because it's not even my take. I don't even believe that. However, it is Rich Paul's take that the Lakers are not real.
Yo, what's up? Back at it with another deep dive. Today, we're unpacking Jim Rome calling out Rich Paul and breaking down why he thinks his remarks on the Max Kellerman podcast actually shine a light on LeBron James and the whole Lakers drama. All right, hold up. Let's dive into this clip.
Because it's not even my take. I don't even believe that. However, it is Rich Paul's take that the Lakers are not real contenders. And he would know, right? After all, he is LeBron's agent. So, you also have to assume that it's not just Rich Paul's take that the Lakers aren't real contenders. It's Team LeBron's take. And if it's Team LeBron's take, safe to assume it is LeBag's take. And by the way, LeGoat, if that's not your take, if I'm out of line saying that, if you don't feel that way, you might want to check your agent because he's going on his pod and he's saying it in broad daylight. You might want to make it clear to everybody that your agent does not speak for you or through you. Because right now the obvious assumption is everybody is making just the opposite assumption, that your agent is doing your talking for you, that your agent's doing your bidding for you, that your agent is speaking for you, that his words are actually your words. And apparently those words include taking a big dump on the Lakers. Even though the Lakers are having their best moment in years. Here's the actual quote. Here's what Rich Paul said on his own podcast, a new podcast, because of course, Rich Paul needs a new podcast where he can spew lava about the team that his client plays for. Listen.
Like, I personally don't think the Lakers are good enough to be contenders right now. Not right now.
When you say contenders, what do you mean?
I don't think they have enough to get to the Western Conference final. I don't think they have enough to get to really contend from that perspective.
So
right
okay.
I mean, that's it. You heard him. You heard the man. Shut it down. Let's go home. Cancel the season because the Lakers are not good enough. LeBron's agent says so. He says they're not good enough, so obviously it's true. Like, scoreboard, don't look at it. Standings, don't look up at them. You're thinking about this all wrong. What you should be asking yourself is this: does the team revolve around LeBron? And since the answer is now no, they obviously are not good enough. They suck. They have no chance. I mean, easy lava Paul. Could you be any more transparent? Could you be any more petty? Could you be any more baggy? Team LeBag is at it again, and they're getting baggier by the moment. And it's only going to get worse now that Lava Paul has his own podcast to launder LeBag's bullcrap through. Like, some of us are smart enough to see through that garbage. In fact, I'd like to believe that most of us are. I'd like to believe that most people can see how transparently petty and ridiculous and unprofessional this all is. And that wasn't even all he said. As an example, he also said they would lose in the playoffs because their, quote, style of play will be very easy to defend, end of quote. Clearly a not-so-veiled shot at J.J. Redick. J.J! Who, of course, was LeBag's pick to be the coach in the first place. But since Farmer J.J. is on board with building around Luka, Farmer JJ is now the bad guy who won't win in the playoffs because his style was so easy to defend. Well, terrible head coach choice by your client then, Lava Paul. Like, I didn't know agents were so well versed in X's and O's like this. I mean, if Rich Paul knows that much about basketball tactics, knows more than Farmer JJ, then shouldn't he be the head coach of the Lakers? Yo, Rich, why didn't LeBag pick you instead of Farmer JJ to be his wine-sipping X's and O's podcast partner? And then why didn't LeBag pick you to coach the Lakers if you've got that basketball acumen? I mean, it really makes you think, right? Yet there's more. He wasn't done. There's still more baggery coming out of that podcast episode, if you can believe it, such as he believes Austin Reeves and the team would be better served if he came off the bench, that he's actually more of a sixth man. The guy who is currently eighth in the NBA in scoring, the guy who helped carry the Lakers while LeGramps was out, being old, and Luka was banged up, Austin Reeves, the guy whose emergence has changed everything for the Lakers, really is only a sixth man. All right, Lava Paul, whatever you say. What is your next hot take?
Listen to this. This is one of those moments where you have to really read between the lines. Jim Rome isn't just throwing shade at Rich Paul. He's calling into question the whole dynamic between LeBron James and the Lakers. When an agent openly says the team isn't a real contender, it puts serious pressure on the organization, whether that's on purpose or not.
Bronny should start. Send Reeves to the bench and play Bronny 40 a night. Is that what comes in Ep 2 of the Lava Paul podcast? Spoiler alert, my bad. Didn't mean to give that up. I mean, it's wild, right? Wild that an agent is out there just talking negatively about his client's team while they're still playing. But the fact of the matter is, it's a joke because you can see right through it. These aren't just bad takes. They're unprofessional as hell. Why the hell is LeBron's agent out here trashing the Lakers when they're 17-6 and second in the West? Why? Why the hell is LeBron's agent out here dissing Austin Reeves when Reeves is putting in 28 a night? Why is any of this happening? And the worst part is, it's no mystery why this is happening. We all know why it's happening. It's happening because LeBag is butthurt that the team and the world no longer revolve around him and the entire planet is not bowing down to him. It's happening because LeBag is pouting that this team now belongs to Luka and even Reeves more than Braun. And most of all, that it's working. It's clearly working. It's working so well that nobody even knew that LeBag was not around when LeBag was not around. That's how well it's working. And that's the entire problem here. Of course, while LeBag's agent was out there trashing his team and his coach and his teammate, he of course found time to pump up LeBag. Because of course, check out this quote from Lava Paul when asked about the possibility of LeBron joining the Knicks. Quote, does LeBron make the Knicks better? Yes, he would, of course. But 29 other teams would say the same thing. End of quote. I don't know. You sure about that? Because right now, your guy is struggling to score 10 a night.
I'm struggling.
He's not even making the team that he's currently on better. So it's kind of a weird argument to make the argument that he'd make every other team in the league better. I can give you one team you wouldn't make better. The 23-1 Thunder. I personally believe that the 23-1 Thunder do not think that taking on LeBag and his $50 million contract would be a good idea at all, for the record. Then again, I don't think anybody taking on a $50 million contract of a 40-year-old who is struggling to get 10 a night is a good idea. Oh yeah, and on top of that, what you get when you get LeBag, you also get an agent with a podcast who's got no problem trashing your team. Why wouldn't all 29 teams sign up for that? But sure. Lava Paul, whatever you say. Everybody wants the guy. Everybody would be better off with the guy. And also, the Lakers don't have enough with the guy.
Jim Rome's take is all about the idea that Rich Paul's public comments about the Lakers not being real championship contenders can't just be brushed off as random opinions. Since Rich Paul is LeBron James's longtime agent and closest professional ally, Rome argues that any bold statement from him basically mirrors the mindset of Team LeBron as a whole. Rome points out that agents rarely speak this openly about a client's team unless they are fully aligned with the player's thinking. He suggests LeBron might be using his agent as a shield, letting criticism of the roster, coaching, and overall direction land without LeBron having to say it himself. According to Rome, this strategy lets LeBron dodge public heat while still sending serious signals behind the scenes. He also questions why an agent is weighing in on basketball strategy and coaching, hinting that this goes way beyond normal representation and shows deeper involvement. Another major point Rome raises? Timing.